You are now live. Hello, this is Stephen from wonderful Wiltshire, where it hasn't rained today, which is good. We're about to go live on Amazon Live. It's the 11 a.m. Eastern show, and if I press that button there, then I can go live on Amazon Live. 3, 2, 1, and we're live on Amazon Live. The pitch you're looking at, I'm just waiting. Yeah, pitch you're looking at is of the Court Garden in wonderful Wiltshire. It's now closed over the winter whilst they do maintenance. And we say hello to the bot on YouTube. If you're watching live on Facebook, thank you. You will find a link to watch on Amazon Live up above in the text. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. You will find a link up above to join me on Amazon. And with the introductions done, we can say that this is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey, broadcasting from Belive. During the course of the broadcast, we'll be looking at 3 4K cameras, the Nexigo N970p, Logitech Brio, and the Obspot 4K. And I'm just going over to Amazon to actually make sure that I'm there. I am there. So that's good. And yeah, all looking good. So I can come on screen now. There are so many things we've got to do. Excuse me, right? There are so many things we've got to do before we go live. And you want to get them in the right order. That's why I have the countdown clock on, because I'm going live on Facebook and on YouTube and primarily on Amazon Live. If you're watching me live now anywhere, please do say hello and we'll get the show on the road. Right. So no morning walk today because it's the park run tomorrow in Melksham. It's going to be a fine day. It's going to be a cold day. It's about Alexa. What is 9 degrees Celsius?
From topperlearning.com. Given vapor pressure at 9
Alexa,
degrees
stop.
Celsius is...
Alexa, what is 9 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
9 degrees Celsius is 48.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, that's quite precise. It's 48.2 degrees outside, and it will be tomorrow. So it's going to be a cold park run. It's going to be hats and gloves on, I think, as we go around the 5 kilometre course. And last week I got a personal best of 52 minutes 18. Angelica got a personal best of 46 minutes 17. So tomorrow, who knows what can happen? We're going to try for personal bests again. We wear our Fitbits. Okay, if I switch that on, I'll be talking about the Fitbit during this live broadcast. And the other thing I'm going to be talking about is cameras. The camera that you actually, well, let's say hello first. Let's get things the right way around. Welcome to the broadcast with Stephen from England. And this is a Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen. And I want to say a big thank you to Zach Holmes, who just started following me on Amazon. So Zach, thank you. I fear I've gone a little bit out of sync. Just a minute. I'm just going to adjust my camera. If I put that on, just let me check out the camera. I think I moved too fast for the camera. I'll come back now. Okay, so I think we're okay. It's a bit blurry. Hopefully, if I just bring that back on and I just refresh my camera, then this might work. Now, I'll explain what I'm doing in a moment. I'm actually using 6 cameras today in the live broadcast, and I want to get this right. It's going to take a little bit of work to actually get it right. Just a second. We're not gone. Right, okay. Just refreshing the camera again. So bear with me, and I'm going to come back. This is not working as it should. Let's have a look. If I go up, just a minute. I'll be back in a second. Don't panic. I'm still here. Let's come back. Okay, I'm back, and I need to adjust the camera because I'm too far down. So if we go up a bit, and to there, that's about right. Okay, so basically, the first camera we're going to look at, and you're watching it now, is if I go here, just give me a second to get into gear. And I want to say thank you for actually watching me on Amazon Live. And the camera we're looking at now is the Logitech Brio, is the camera in use. So you're actually watching Logitech Brio. I'm going to put it down in the carousel. Okay, so Logitech Brio is down in the carousel. If I go over here and go down here, then I should be able to bring this on screen. Just a second. Yep. Show on screen. I'm going to take myself off solo. And I'm not changing cameras, so we can hide that. You know you're watching Lights Camera Action, which brings us to hide that as well. Switch the camera on. And after all that, I'm where I want to be. So we can now start the broadcast properly. Thank you for watching. We're talking about Logitech Brio, and it's the camera that's in use at the moment. And if I go here, I can give you some details on the Brio. It's Logitech Brio 4K webcam. So let's go and move everything off and go to the Brio again. Right, it is an ultra 4K HD camera, HD high definition. 4K is the best that we as consumers can actually get. So it's capable of doing 4K. I'm broadcasting to you in 720, which is DVD, 1080, and then 4K. So this is a genuine 4K camera. And it means that you can broadcast in 4K, but you can't broadcast in your browser in 4K. What you can do is to add the camera to OBS, set the destination to YouTube, and then broadcast out in 4K to YouTube. Just change the resolution first, and you go in 4K, broadcasting to YouTube, and people can watch you in 4K, and people can watch the replay in 4K. It's all free. OBS is free, YouTube is free, and you can broadcast in 4K now and be ahead of the curve. We are working towards having the ability to broadcast in 4K. Now, you're watching me in 720 at the moment, lower resolution. The higher the number, more pixels, the clearer the picture. That's the logic behind all this. So if you get a 4K camera, you're getting the top end of webcams. And I've got quite a few comments coming in. So I don't know what's going to happen. I've got my show director has arrived. And let's go back, wind back to Corinda's first comment. Hey, buddy, I had a great day today. Took my Samsung to Hampton Court. Very good. Excellent. Out in the fresh air and taking the Samsung with you, and you are moving. Wow. Oh, sorry. When you say you are moving, you're trying to say I am not frozen. Thank you, Corinda. Because we had some fun yesterday. And when can Facebook have 4K? The thing about going 720, 1080, 4K is that the higher the number, the more pixels are actually transmitted over the internet. And that gives a problem because it's more data. If you go from 720 to 1080, you're actually doubling the amount of data transferred over the internet, which is why 720 is friendlier because you're not having to download as much data. When you go to 4K, then that is many times 720, so more data. Now, if you think of it from a cost point of view, if Facebook stores their videos at 720p, yeah, generally speaking, okay, the resolution you're watching in now, DVD quality, is used by Facebook. YouTube, you can do higher than that. But if they had to host live video on Facebook in 4K, then it would cost a lot more than it does now. And as Twitter, Facebook, in fact, most companies are now undertaking cutting back on spending. No, I don't think we can see 4K arriving. Well, it may arrive, but I don't think it's going to be for everybody for another 12 months or so, at least, until we get through what's happening at the moment. So Logitech Brio Ultra, and it is down in the carousel. It's the highlighted item. It's $148.99. And I'm going to come back now to side by side, and I want to go just change my screen a moment. Just give me a second. Apply, and there we have it. So it's Ultra 4K, high definition. Just a minute. And we've already explained that the higher the number, the better the quality of the picture. Now, just a word of advice. Now is the time to get ready for a 4K camera, because basically it is a different feeling from the way things are now, because you've got to shave before a broadcast. That's all I'm saying. Right, it's got a noise cancelling microphone. This is important as well. When you're looking for a new webcam, do look for one that's got noise cancellation on its microphones. If the dog barks and you've got a noise cancelling microphone, nobody else will hear it apart from you. Okay, it does have HD light auto correction. If I turn my light off, as I'm going to do now, he said, hopefully using the software which is about to come up on screen. Okay, software's on screen. I'm going to show you some of the software later, but for the moment, I'm just waiting for it to load. And as it's done so, it's changed the way I look on screen. That's because I'm using G-Hub. Okay, so now you can see a bit more of my studio. We'll leave it at that. If I switch the light off, you can still see me because the camera is actually compensating. The camera is positioned above me. It's on top of my BenQ monitor, which is down the carousel, and it's actually piggybacked onto the Nexigo camera. But the thing about this camera is it's got a wide field of view. It does have, I'm looking for something that's square. It does have a 90-degree field of view. So you can see in an arc around there. Just a minute. You can see in an arc around there, 90-degree field of view, which is good. Okay. Just to emphasize this, it is 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam, and the light adjustment we talked about a moment ago is right light, and it's got 3 fields of view: 90 degrees, which we've seen, the right angle, 78 degrees, and 65. Now, what I'm going to do now is, hopefully, if I just hide that for a moment, because you've seen what it looks like, it just hooks over the back of your monitor, or you can actually put it on a tripod. I'll explain how cameras go on a tripod later in this broadcast. Okay, we're looking at 6 cameras today. Just a minute. I'm going to show you. Let's go here. If everything goes well, and I was going to go down here. Experimenting, you're going to see the camera from the Microsoft Surface Book 2. You're going to see, as you're watching now, Logitech Brio. We're going to see the Oberspot Tiny, the Nexigo 970p, the Oberspot Tiny 4K, and for the first time ever, we're going to see the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra broadcasting live on Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to be using a mobile phone camera, probably next, to give you an idea, and then I know it's working. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. But at the moment, we're looking at the Brio, and I've said that the Brio can do 3 fields of view. Just a minute. It's not that. It can do 3 fields of view, and those are here: 90, 78, and 65. Now, I'm going to share the software with you. So when you buy any hardware, when you buy a camera, when you buy a microphone, when you buy any electrical equipment, do download the software that controls it. Otherwise, you're not getting the best out of it. And I'm just going to give you a quick tour of what you can do with the software. Now, software is called Logitech Capture, and you just go to logitech.com, type in the model of your Logitech camera, and download Logitech Capture, install it, and then you've got full control over your camera. So let's do a screen share. And I'm going over here to a window, and I'm going to go here. Okay, and I'm going to show it full screen. Okay, so this is Logitech Capture. And if I take its title off, this is the way to actually control your Logitech camera. Okay, so that's Logitech camera. Okay, the Brio. And the software, if I hide that, I'm going to go picture in picture. This is the software that controls the camera. Now you can see, and I'm controlling from my desktop, that I can go up, I can go down. It's counterintuitive. I can go left, I can go right, okay, and I can go down and up. Right, those are two of the major controls. But if I go, I'm going to go side by side now. So that's the software I'm using. And what I want to do now is I'm going to zoom out once, twice, and go to 90 degrees. And this is it. What you're looking at now is my office. This is where I live. This is where I broadcast from, to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and to Amazon Live, of course. And you can see my Samsung all-in-one PC over there, and a bit of product placement. You can see all my books over here. This is the default camera settings, and if you don't download the software, then you've got, this is all you've got. Yeah, you need the software to control the camera. Once you've got the software to control the camera, then you can start to do things. Now, I've got two pieces of software. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to zoom in a minute. Let's go back to where we were and to 78 degrees. And I'm just going to come down slightly. Okay. And I'm going to move too far over. We'll take the Samsung out of the picture by doing this. So controlling the camera and getting comfortable on camera is very important when you're actually broadcasting live. I mean, I'm showing you how to actually do that stage by stage, and we're going to go through 6 cameras today. And Zach, thank you. And we say hello to Amazon. We're now connected to Amazon. Corinda, if you can hop over to Amazon. Corinda's got a question. Is it Black Friday today? No, Black Friday is next Friday. There are some sales on Thursday, but Black Friday is next Friday after Thanksgiving. And then Cyber Monday is the Monday following. So I think most of the sales are going to be on a weekend. So starting a little bit on Thursday, the full Black Friday, and then a little bit on Saturday and Sunday, and then Cyber Monday. There are going to be deals galore to be had all over Amazon. I'm going to keep in touch with everything, and I'll be telling you about the deals next week, but it's not Black Friday today. Okay, and no, it's not a Black Friday price. Okay, because it's not Black Friday. Okay, thank you, Corinda. Which means I can, if you do comment on Facebook or YouTube or Amazon, then I can show your comment on screen and you'll be added to the comment snake. Now, today it's just an experiment, but next week, there will be a lottery jar on screen. And when you comment, you go off the snake into the lottery jar. And then at certain times through next week's broadcast, I will press the button and get a winner, and you'll win a $5 Amazon voucher at the very least. So next week's broadcast will have Amazon vouchers, and Corinda is in there, and I can show you the way it works now. Corinda is saying, I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Just a minute. Just a second, Corinda. Okay, I'm just waiting for it to catch up. I'm just checking on Amazon. Thank you for watching. Okay, I am frozen. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh. I'll be back in a moment. So let's put this on screen. And I'm just going to refresh. I'm going to take the snake off because that seemed to happen when the snake was on Corinda. I think we'll see the snake later. If I come back now, okay, am I moving now? Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. I'm not moving. I'm going to refresh. I'll be back in a second. So let's put this on screen. Okay, and I will refresh. Get all those off. And I'm back. Okay, I've shrunk, but I'm back. Okay, now this is an important point. I'm just waiting for, all right, okay. This is an important point. Okay, first of all, thank you for watching on Amazon. I do appreciate it. This is an important point. Because I'm broadcasting on Be Live, let's just go over here and put the logo up on screen. I'm actually broadcasting from Be Live over there. And basically what happened then is I'm fortunate that Corinda was watching me, and Corinda's watching on Facebook, and he said I was frozen. So all I had to do was refresh my Chrome browser tab and come back in, and everything's still working. Yeah. So that refreshing cures 99% of all problems. So we're back, we're live. You're looking at the Logitech Brio, and I was just about to share some software with you. I'm going to belay on that because what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in once. I'm going to go down a bit. Okay. Up a bit. Okay. Down a bit. This is all about getting yourself comfortable on camera. Okay, so now I'm comfortable on camera. Yeah, and you notice I'm using a green screen today. Now, the reason I'm using a green screen today, you're actually watching the Logitech Brio, which is down in the carousel, is this. If I go here and I go here, just a second. The reason that I've got the green screen is this is Green Screen Friday. And what I'm actually doing is I'm going to be showing you 6 cameras, and all 6 cameras will have the green screen against them, and you'll be able to see the cameras as they are normally, and then the cameras with a green screen. Now, the software I'm using for this is XSplit VCam, and just between you and me, if you go to XSplit VCam after this show, of course, you'll find there's a lifetime deal, an LTD, a lifetime deal on the software that's you doing this bit. Okay, because normally when I appear, I actually look like this. Yeah, so it's just me, right? But now, because I'm using the software, I can change my background. Okay, and I can tell you about the waterway that's behind me. And all I'm doing is clicking one button at a time, and the background removal is working. And over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, how much is the green screen? The green screen is down in the carousel, Corinda. Just give me a moment. Thank you for the question. And I'm just zooming along until I get to the green screen, which is somewhere round about. Oh, where did I put the green screen? Yeah, the green screen I'm using is featured in the carousel now. It is the Povitech green screen, and it is 22% off today. So it is $77.95 this is the green screen I'm using. If I take this off and we just go back to me, yeah, and thank you for the question, Corinda. The green screen that's behind me is the Fovitech green screen that's down the carousel. Now, as far as background removal software is concerned, there are quite a few people actually do this software, this background removal software. And if you don't, they say you don't need a green screen. Well, I'm going to say if you don't have a green screen, the photograph's going to be okay. The image will be okay. But if you want near perfection, you do need to have a green screen. And the best one I found is the Fovitech, which is down in the carousel, which is $77.95 on discount. Click the link now and you'll find out more. It's green on one side, blue on the other, and it's scrunchable. It's portable. You can pick it up and carry it. So you can use it on your live broadcast. You can also use it and set up a photography studio and use it as a backdrop on photographs. But the thing is that I can now quickly swap my background and tell stories. Now, the images that I'm showing you are photographs that I've taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So two things in one go here. You're watching the Brio camera and you're looking at photographs from the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And this is the best way to sell. Well, to tell you, not sell, tell. Over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, hello to Grant. And Grant must be somewhere in the house. And Alex, nice to see you both. Brilliant. Okay, so welcome to Grant, my fellow live broadcaster on Amazon Live. And Corinda's a broadcast on Amazon Live too. And Alex, welcome. I'm just going to go up here, see if we've got more information. So thank you to Zach, thank you to Grant Saunders, and also to Corinda. Corinda, thank you for the help. So I can tell you this is the Quartz Garden. I was out with Angelica, my partner, 10 days ago, and we went to the Quartz Garden for the last time this year. I had the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra with me, and I just went around shooting photographs. And I love this one. I climbed under the tree and then got this shot. And I'm happy today to be able to use backdrops where I've used the camera to actually take them. We're going to look at the camera next in a change of plan. If I go and take the logo off for the moment, you know I'm broadcasting from Live. You might not know that you're actually watching Stephen Healey. Okay, so that's that. Now, the Brio is a brilliant 4K camera. And just to finish off on the Brio, we talked about the variable fields of view. I showed you the 90 and the 78. 65 is even tighter. You can have versatile mounting. You can either mount it on your monitor, as I've done with mine, or you can mount it on a tripod, and I'll show you that. It's 4K 1080 and 720p. The camera is released on February 7th, 2017, and it has been updated since. And the software I've been using is Logitech Capture to actually get control. I showed you what the camera's default settings are, and that's it. Right, now, this is the first time I've ever done this. And it may or may not work. People who know me know that I occasionally do things which nobody else will do. Nobody else is going to do. But what I'm going to talk about now, let's just introduce this, is we're going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. If I just go here, this had better work. I'm going to change theme so you can actually read that text. So we're talking about Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. The image behind me, and I'm just going to find it in the carousel, just a moment. Okay, now I've got to say that this is the best mobile phone I've ever had, and that people watching the show have actually gone on to buy the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And today, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is 25% off. If you buy the Ultra today, or within the next, whilst I'm live, you get a price of $899.99. Yeah, and basically that is a discount of $300 on the price. Yep, it's $300 saving if you click the link in the carousel today for that particular item. But what I'm going to do now, and Corinda's saying I love it. So the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which Corinda took out today, I love how it takes. Just a minute, Corinda. How it takes photos. Yeah, I love the photos too, and we've been showing one or two of them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going back to the green screen, but this time the next camera you see, Stephen is changing cameras. Yeah, I'm going to change camera, and I'm going to change to the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I'm just waiting for the change to take place. Okay, and we are good. So without further ado, if this works, it'll be good. What I'm actually broadcasting to you now on is, this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And I'm broadcasting to you using the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, the way I'm doing this is I'm going through the software I showed you a moment ago, which does the background removal. It also links in to your mobile camera. And all you need to do is pair the two, and then you can use your mobile camera. And the thing about having a mobile camera is that you can lift it up and you can put it to the correct angle. Okay, so I could give you a tour of my office using this camera. And the other thing about a mobile phone camera is the mobile phone camera is better than a webcam. You can see more of me. The actual definition of the picture is better. And this is using the mobile phone as a camera within the studio. And the camera is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So I'm just going to go around, and then I'm going to put this back down. I'm just going to adjust the angle slightly. And I'm just blown away by the quality. Yeah, I mean, this is running on the internal network on Wi-Fi, and it is giving a good picture, a good quality picture. And it's an example of what you can do with the Samsung Galaxy, because it's capable of 8K video. Yeah, and it's going out at the moment in possibly in 4K, but it's actually got to go via the web browser. So you're not actually seeing it at its best, but you are seeing it. And okay, question from Corinda is, how did I get the Samsung on BeLive? Thank you for the question, Corinda. I'm just trying to, just let me sort this out. We'll be with you in a minute. I got the Samsung. How did I get the webcam? How did I get the webcam in my BeLive studio? The answer to that is that I'm actually using XSplit VCam, and XSplit VCam has the ability to bring in a mobile camera into your studio, and it doesn't, basically it just works beautifully within BeLive. Yeah. Now this is moving slightly. Just let me try and steady this. Let me put this down here. Okay, that's probably better. That's a better place to put it. This is all experimentation today. Okay, so I can say, Corinda, I used XSplit VCam, and if I go here, just a second, I just want to confirm this. I just need to go down here and go to cameras, and okay, this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I'm just trying to alter the angle. I think I've got the angle now. So you're actually watching this. This is in my Chrome browser. I'm broadcasting from BeLive, and I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra to actually broadcast. So I can tell you a little bit about the camera, because we're actually using it now. This is the first time I've done this. This is the first time that I've used the camera itself to actually tell its own story. So take the comment from Corinda, and Corinda's saying hello to Chris. Hello, Chris. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now we're going to get a little bit of a problem, but if I keep still, then the signal should be good. We are going to get, this is where, yes. Okay, this is the first time I've done this. And as you can see, I'm working over Wi-Fi and we're getting the occasional glitch. But hopefully the bits that are actually working are showing you. Yeah, now, if I keep quiet, that didn't help, or did it? I think that helped. Okay, I think yeah, so you're actually watching. Let's take that off. You're actually watching me. I can't show you. I'll show you in a moment. I've actually, and Chris, as you're watching, I've actually put the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra onto the IPEVO stand. So it's actually on the IPEVO stand. So the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is actually on the IPEVO stand. In the carousel at the moment, let's explain a little bit more about this. I'm just going through until I get to where I want to go. Okay, and we're going to go through there. And if I bring this onto the screen, I'm going to take this off solo. I'm going to hide that card. Hide that card. No, let's bring that in and hide that. I'm going to work my way through this. I've decided, because I hide that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch around if I can. I think I've put. Okay, now if I look straight at the camera, that's probably a good idea. So I'm looking straight at the camera and the signal will sort itself out. This is like having special effects, but random special effects. But the broadcast is coming to you from a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and the definition is crystal clear. I mean, this is the clearest you've actually seen me. This is close to what I actually look like, apart from when the Wi-Fi dips slightly. But I've actually mounted the Samsung Galaxy mobile phone on the IPEVO stand, which is down in the carousel at the moment. Now, the IPEVO stand is 6% off today. It's $55.46. And this, I'm going to demonstrate you the stand shortly, but this is this was recommended to me by Chris de Boven. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can actually click that link and you find out more information. That is not an affiliate link. Okay. I'm going to take this off because you know it's me. Just a minute. I just want to clean the picture up in case we actually go there and apply. Okay, and then I'm going to look straight into the camera and we're going to get some sort of stability out of this. I think what I need to do is to work things around this weekend, because what I've got is I've got so much, I'm using a lot of the Wi-Fi at the moment, and occasionally the image is looking good and occasionally it's going totally wrong. But at least the thing I've noticed is that the lip sync is good. Okay, when I've used this sort of technology before, there's been a problem that the sound has traveled faster than the video and the two haven't hooked up. Whereas this time it looks like it will work. So I've got to be honest, this is by way of an experiment. It does need work, but what I wanted to prove was when you're not getting distortions, you're actually getting the quality of the Samsung Galaxy S22 camera in a broadcast studio. So this is definitely warts and all, because you can see me and you can see that it is a mobile phone, because I can actually turn it round and put it down on the desk and give you a totally different view. And I think there's a delay between what I do and what appears on screen. So I think I've just proved that there is a delay, which is weird. Okay, what I'm going to do, okay, thank you for bearing with me. You are watching the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra camera. I'm just going to go here. Okay, I think that's possibly out of sync. If I need to look at the camera. Okay, I think we're up to date. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change cameras again. Okay. I'm still here. I'm changing cameras. I will be back with you in a second. I'm just waiting for the camera to sort itself out, and then I'm going to come back on screen. Okay. Hopefully I've still got sound. If Corinda, if you're around, if you can make sure I've still got sound. Basically, we've switched cameras now, and if I go here and I go here, then I can say, if I come down here, the current camera is the Nexigo N970p. So let's go in the carousel. It's a bit of a chaotic show, I know, but we've got the Nexigo N970p, which is the featured camera. And I'm just trying to, if I go to the desktop, just a minute, just let me check something. I'm just checking something. Tiny 4K. Right. Okay. This is it's going partly right, but I've got just a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reload the software. Okay, bear with me a moment. This is the Nexigo N970p. Just a second. Right. Okay. I knew this would be fun. I knew this would be fun. Just a second. If I go here, it doesn't want me to do that. I've got a driver conflict. Okay. You're definitely watching the Nexigo N970p, and I'm battling it at the moment. Okay, so we can go that way. We can go that way, but it seems to want to. This is where the camera's got control. Just a minute. Let's go over, and Corinda, I have a question for you. Someone spam your stream. How would you ban them on Amazon Live? Basically, you have somebody helping you and they report the comment. That's it. You click on a comment. If you think it's a bad comment, then just click it and report it. Simple as that. And then the comment gets removed automatically straight away. And banning, you'd have to look back and see what happened, who'd commented, and take action yourself. Yeah, so you'd have to block them. But Amazon are pretty good on actually sorting out who's spamming. Yeah, some of it's done automatically. If it's not done automatically, then you can actually ask for a review. But comments, bad comments, spam comments actually disappear automatically, and you can then chase it up afterwards. It's a rare occurrence. It is a rare occurrence for people to actually spam on Amazon. Doesn't seem to be. It could work. Something is not letting me. You know when you want to do something and you rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed, and then when you actually get down to it, the software doesn't want to know. Just a minute. Let's see if I can sort it this way. There's always more than one way to actually sort things. And I've got the software now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. How's that? That's too near. Something. Let's try. I'm going to try one more thing. Just a minute. Just a minute. This is live, and basically this is a lesson on setting up your camera. And I just want to go here, okay, because I want to know who's actually controlling the camera. So if I zoom in there, that's better. I'm going to settle for this. Okay, there are times when you've got to say, hands up, technology wins. This is one of them. So Nexigo 970 camera is in use. The thing is that it's actually coming through. If I just apply that and say, okay, it's actually coming through. And all the cameras that I'm using today, I can, if I can get it working. I'm glad it's this Friday and not next Friday, Corinda. The software is having a moment. And whilst you are watching the Nexigo camera, the software that's controlling this is actually taking a timeout. I'm going to close a few things, and hopefully that will help. Okay, I'm going to close that because that's not having any effect whatsoever. I'm going to come back here and just give me a second. I'm not going anywhere, but what I am going to do is, this is unusual whilst live, but what I want to do is I'm going to Task Manager. Okay, I'll give you a running commentary on what I'm doing. I'm going to the Task Manager. I'm going to Apps, and I'm going to close XSplit VCam. Okay, so I've force closed XSplit VCam. So now that means if I close all these, everything, and go over to video, I can actually start XSplit VCam up again. So I'm still with you in sound, okay, and we say hello to in the comments. Let's just go down. Hello to Nick Wood. Hello, Nick. Happy Friday. Thank you, Nick. We are at the moment actually working through one or two things, and that's where it got. Just a minute. Right. If you're still there, Nick, I'm just waiting for something to happen. Right. I'm actually. Thanks for joining me, Nick. I'm actually doing a little bit of experimentation today, because what I'm doing is that I'm going live on Amazon Live from my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And basically, I'm just testing, broadcasting from the mobile camera on the Samsung Galaxy, and we're getting reasonable results. It's not perfect, So what I'm going to do is put this down over here. Yeah, I'm going to practice with this over the weekend, and hopefully by Monday we should have a working system. So thank you, Nick, and Nick is still here, and good. That was the camera. I'm just going to change cameras for a moment. Back in a second, and hopefully I'm going to go where we are. We're on the next ago. Okay, so I should be back in a second. Okay, and I think I'm back. Okay, so Nick, thank you for joining. That was the mobile phone camera, and I managed to get the mobile phone camera live into the Be Live studio. And yeah, I know. Basically, Angelica's actually teaching at the moment, so I'm going to have to check the replay on that. But you've got to start somewhere. And what I wanted to do is to show the quality of, well, I take your point. No, it's okay. Yeah, I know. I basically, the camera prior to this was the one on my mobile phone. So I was bringing the Samsung Galaxy Ultra 22 camera into my Be Live studio, and I'm going to watch the replay with interest. Yeah, I basically, because today is an XSplit VCam day, which is why I've got the green screen, which means that I can actually flick from one image to another. All these images were taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, and they're all around Wiltshire. So this is the quality of the image that you can take with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It is an 8K camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, so a bit of experimenting, Nick. It's Friday, and I just wanted to know whether it could do. Basically, what I can do, and I'm going to do that now, is I'm going to go back to the ob spot. Just a minute. I'm changing cameras. I'm still here. I'll be back in a second. And excuse me a moment. Okay, just a second. Just a minute. I'm trying to get some software up. And if I get the software up, just a minute. I'm working hard in the background here, and hopefully in a second. I win. I've won. It worked. Okay, you're now looking, thanks, Nick. You're now looking at, just make sure I'm on the right camera. You're now looking at the ObSpot Tiny camera. Okay, I'm going to put the ObSpot Tiny camera down in the carousel. The ObSpot Tiny today is on discount. It's normally $215, but today it is 20% off. Now, the reason I've got the green screen is so that, and over to Nick again, right stuff. The reason I've got the green screen is I've been broadcasting with 3 cameras, and I thought I'd do a change. So I've changed my game, and I'm actually broadcasting now using XSplit VCam. And that means that I can change my background. I can change my story. Yeah, this is Salisbury Cathedral, and I can tell the story of Salisbury Cathedral. This is the cloisters at Salisbury Cathedral, which lead to the Magna Carta room, where a copy of the Magna Carta is actually kept. I can tell you about the Queen Elizabeth II gardens in Salisbury, which, when the Queen was crowned, were actually created. I can tell you about the Courts Garden here in Wiltshire, and all these photographs have been taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Yeah, this is one of our country visits, Durham Park, which is a deer park. And again, all the photographs are taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is in the carousel. It takes such marvelous photographs. Yeah, so I'm not showing you stock photographs. These are my photographs. Anyway, we're talking about the Obspot. And the thing about the Obspot, if I just go, and I'm just going to go here and take the background off. So this is the real me. I'm going to come closer to the screen. This is the real me, and this is the Obspot 4K camera. I'm going to give you a few salient facts about the Obspot 4K camera, and then I'm going to give you a demonstration. Okay, so we're talking about the Obspot Tiny PTZ 4K. It is AI powered and autofocus. If I show you this control, autofocus puts it front and center. Okay, AI powered framing. This is an ideal camera for conferences because it frames people at the table. It is in fact marketed as a 4K video conference camera. I'll explain that to you in a moment. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones, so it can hear everything. Yeah, omnidirectional, all directions. It's basically on a 2-axis gimbal. If I go here, I can actually show you an Obspot. Just give me a second. And I've loaded the software too many times. Cancel. Okay, if I go here, yeah. Just a minute, what happened there? Let's go back to me and then go to the desktop. It's got a mind of its own. Right, I think it's fair to say that today we've got some gremlins in the system. Whether the next bit of the demonstration is going to work or not, I haven't got a clue. I don't know what's going to happen now. Anything could happen, but you are looking at the Obspot, which is on discount today down in the carousel. It's got low light correction. If I turn the lights off, I'm just going to do that momentarily, then what will happen is that it will actually compensate for the light being off. So I'm going to switch the light off. I go darker, switch the light back on, I go lighter. The light is actually pointed down at me. The Obspot has magical gestures. It's got AI tracking. It can track me, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But if you put your hand like that, it will start tracking. If you put your hand like that, it will stop tracking. Okay, we've talked about the omnidirectional microphone with noise reduction. We've talked about the 3-axis gimbal, which normally, I've got a conflict in drivers at the moment, I think. No. Am I? Just a minute, I just need to check something. Just let me, just give me a second. Right, okay. I've identified a problem, which I can fix for Monday. And that's brought a comment in. And Nick is saying, thank you. And Mason, hello, who? All right, okay. Now, this is what we're talking about earlier, Corinda, that Amazon will actually take care of the comments, and I'm not showing any of your comments. Amazon will take care of the comments. They will be deleted, and that's it. I mean, it's pointless actually posting anything which is not supportive of the broadcaster, and that goes generally. I just want to go off on one for a moment. If you're going to post on, if you are going to comment, then good, but do make it a comment which makes sense in the context of what's going on. And the other thing I'm going to say to you, sir, is respect your elders. Simple as that. Okay, let's move on. And AI tracking, it can actually track me. Whether it's going to do or not, I don't know. It's got a versatile mounting, and you can either mount it on a monitor or you can mount it, you can actually mount it on a tripod. And I was going to show you the tripod, Karen, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, and it makes up for everything that's gone in the last few minutes. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so where was I? What was I doing? Who am I? Okay, it's nearly the weekend in the UK, and I'm pressing buttons, and I'm hoping things are going to happen, but they're not happening. Okay, I've broken it. I have broken. Just a minute. Right, so that's back to me. I've broken the camera whilst live, so I'm going to struggle on. We're going to get through this. I tell you, we're going to get through this. Right, so this is the Obspot Tiny 4K. Now it's got 3 preset positions. Believe me on that. You can go from A to B to C. You can adjust those 3 preset positions at any time. But the reason I love the Obspot is this, and hopefully, I'm not sure whether this is actually going to work. Anything can happen now. Yes. The presets don't work. Something's in conflict. But the big thing about the Obspot is that it actually has the AI tracking software, which means it can track you as you move around. Okay, and it's so smooth. That's the thing about it. The thing I love about Obspot is that they actually update the software I'm using now and the firmware in the camera itself on a regular basis. Now, I like Obspot so much that I've got 2 Obspots. And the thing they do automatically is, as well as tracking you, they make sure that you're in the center of the screen and you've got headroom. Yeah, they take care of that. You don't need to worry about that. I mean, I'm basically, the camera is in control now. I'm not doing anything. And hopefully I'm not breaking the camera either. Just a minute. Okay, that's better. So I accidentally switched it off and I've switched it back on again. I just love the camera. It's got so many different applications. Stationary, and thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you for the follow. It's got brilliant. It's got so many different applications. Yeah. You can use it to follow somebody who's presenting. Okay. Put it in a fixed position, focus in on them, and the camera will track them as they move about the stage. I've got a comment from Corinda. I'm stood up. I'm nowhere near the keyboard. This is going to come in and I can't do a thing about it. And I've got a copy and paste come in. I don't know, Corinda, if you forgive me for a moment. Corinda's a good friend, lives in Staines in Middlesex, near to Heathrow. I just love the fact that it lends itself to so many different things, tracking people. It's got a fast tracking mode. If somebody was running around the gym, and I've seen the demo, you could actually track them. Okay, because it's just flawless is the word I'm looking for. This camera operates flawlessly, whether you're sat down in a static position. This is the difference between this camera and the Nexigo and the Brio, is because this camera is not static. It's on a twin axis gimbal, which means it can go up and down and it can go left and right. Okay, and it can track you, what you're doing. It could track. Absolutely brilliant. And if you have a conference going on, let's just think about this for a second. Let's just go back over here. Okay, and you notice the camera's following me and I can just stand here and look at the camera. If you have a conference situation and you've got 5 people around a conference table, put the Obspot on the conference table, somebody controlling the software from their desktop, controlling the camera in the broadcast software, and you can go from speaker A to speaker B to speaker C and back again with the camera. And the microphone is it's just in front of everybody. So their voices can be heard. No adjustment needed there. All you need to do is to move the camera, and you've seen it move. The camera does move. As I move, the camera moves. You can move the camera to each speaker. So for a conference on Zoom, it is absolutely first class. Okay. And I just have so much fun with it. Now, whilst I've got to do this properly. There's no way, because I've got driver conflicts. Okay. I knew this might happen. So I was prepared for the driver conflicts. Just a minute. I'm still live. I'm still here, and I'm going to come back to me. I was prepared for the driver conflicts, but it has been an experience, and thank you for sharing it with me. It's basically, you need to experiment with things. You need to get to the stage where you're perfect on camera. And I'm going to change cameras. Just give me a second. Okay, because we've finished with the C920, with the OBSBot. And I'm just going to switch back. I'm just waiting, and I'm going to make an adjustment. Okay, just give me a second. I'm not far away, but I'll come back on screen. But I'm now going to go with the software, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to go up. Okay, this is my favorite static camera. This is the Logitech Brio. So you're actually watching the Logitech Brio now. Right, a couple of things I want to go to. Earlier, I showed you, I can show you now. This is the mobile phone I was using earlier, which is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is down the carousel. And it had the picture of me, and Nick said it wasn't the best quality in the world, so my apologies for that. But the thing about this is that this is the IPEVO stand, which is down in the carousel now. Recommended, if I go back a bit, you'll be able to see it. Recommended to me by Krista Boven. And it just holds the camera so steady. You feel it's solid. It's got a very solid base. It's got 3 joints, one there, and one there. It's a great stand for actually broadcasting from. And I'm going to do more practicing with this over the weekend. In fact, I'm going to practice quite a few things over the weekend. But this is the stand. Just give me a moment. Well, I've showed you the stand. It is just such a quality stand. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and here. Okay, so your host is Stephen Healey from England. We've been talking about live broadcasting, Logitech Brios, Samsung S22 mobile we've used. I want to say a big thank you for watching. Now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. Okay. We've also talked about green screens. I've shown you the Fovitech green screen, which is down in the carousel, and how a green screen can change how you look on camera. And how you look on camera is important. If you're on a Zoom call and you have taken photographs, you can bring those photographs and you can broadcast with any backdrop you want. Now, the thing about a backdrop like this is, 1, you can tell stories about it. 2, you can show off your own photographs. And 3, it removes everything that's behind you. So as soon as I go here, you can see what's behind me. As soon as I go here, it's gone. And this is basically one of the techniques of doing a semi-professional live broadcast, is changing your background. And there's no limit. I've got to tell you, if I go here, okay, I live near to there. I live near to there. I live 93 miles away from London. I live close to Bristol. This is the Clifton Suspension Bridge by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I can actually show you, if I can find it. I can show you, I've got hundreds of images, and you can change the way that you actually, I've got one to make you smile. Okay. You can change the mood of a broadcast simply by changing the background. Yeah. And if I go here, we're going over to Germany, to the markets in Germany. And if I go here, you know where I am now. I'm actually at Stonehenge. And this is 30 minutes from where Angelica and I live. We go there 3 or 4 times a year. I enjoy doing so. And basically, I just love the fact that I can up my game and just change the backdrop. And it simply works. And it works because I've got the green screen that's down in the carousel. It works because I've got the XSplit VCam software. And it works because I've got the Logitech Brio camera, which you're looking at now, which is down in the carousel. Now, I also want to talk about that. And just let me check, do a double check. If I go off solo, okay, so I can hide that. Just as a recap, if I go back to the beginning, okay, and I'm going to go back to the beginning. Oh, wait a minute, that went too fast. So you're actually watching Logitech Brio now. We've looked at the Oberspot Tiny PTZ camera, and I'm dropping links left, right, and center. We looked at the Loom Cube, and if I go here, just let me resume. I'm just going to try something. Yeah, I'm going to have to check everything over the weekend. Right, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's commented today. Okay, comments have been coming in, so I thank you for commenting. I want to wish everyone an amazing weekend. I want to say thank you for spending time with me. Take care, and I hope to see you next week. I'm alive at 11 AM Eastern every weekday next week. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Thanks, guys.